Welcome back to Whatever You Need, the home of truth, emotion, and untold celebrity stories. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe, like this video, and tap the join button to support us, because today's story isn't just gossip, it's a psychological drama that reveals how love can turn into power, and how even the brightest stars can be pulled into darkness. Once upon a time, it looked like a fairy tale, a glamorous romance shining under the Italian sun. Yaman and Sarah Bluma, walking hand in hand through cobblestone streets, smiles captured by every camera, designer clothes, expensive cars, and elegant nights filled with laughter. The tabloids called them the perfect couple. Fans saw them as the embodiment of love and beauty. But as the lights dimmed and the cameras stopped flashing, something far darker began to emerge behind the illusion. The story that once enchanted millions has now turned into a storm of accusations, betrayal, and heartbreak. Recently, Italian media was shaken when Stefano Papa, a man who knew Sarah intimately from her past, decided to break his silence. His words hit like thunder. How could Yaman ever trust this woman? It was a beautiful story, but in the end, that story became a prison. Those words were more than tabloid drama, they were an alarm bell. According to Stefano, Sarah's past was not the fairy tale she often portrayed. A troubled life, a lost mother, a restless soul, he said. She abandoned her child and disappeared into endless nights of parties, smoke, and chaos. His tone was not one of hatred but of despair, the kind that comes from watching someone destroy everything that once mattered. This revelation tore through the glossy image Sarah had built. On social media, she had always presented herself as the perfect mother and sensitive soul, posting poetic captions about love and motherhood. But according to Stefano's testimony, those posts were part of a performance, not reality. He claimed her son was not a priority but a prop, a narrative detail used to evoke sympathy and gain followers. As these shocking statements spread, fans across Italy and Turkey found themselves questioning everything they thought they knew. Could this woman, adored for her charm and apparent warmth, have been living behind a mask all along? Meanwhile, Yaman, one of Turkey's most successful actors and a global heartthrob, found himself trapped in what friends now call an emotional labyrinth. At the height of his fame, with millions of fans and international projects waiting for him, appeared untouchable, until Sarah entered his life. She came when he was tired, said one insider. He was emotionally exhausted, surrounded by fake friendships and endless work pressure. She appeared like an angel, saying, "I understand you. I'll save you." But the salvation she offered turned into his captivity. What began as passion soon became control. Behind closed doors, their relationship reportedly shifted from romance to manipulation. "If you're with me, you'll grow up," she would tell him, according to sources close to the couple. But the man who once dazzled millions with his smile began to fade. On set, colleagues noticed the change. Became quieter, more withdrawn. His spark seemed dimmed, his interviews less open, his laughter replaced by tension. Rumors of delayed projects and on-set arguments began to circulate. Even his relationship with his family was said to have suffered under the emotional weight. "Can a wrong relationship destroy a career?" asked one Italian journalist. Yes. Because the wrong kind of love doesn't just break your heart, it can destroy your reputation. Here at Whatever You Need, we always say, behind every glamorous photo is a truth most people don't want to see. If you agree that not all love stories are as shiny as they appear, hit that like button and let us know your thoughts below. Do you think love can become a form of control? As more layers of the story unfolded, the image of Sarah Bluma began to shift dramatically. Once adored for her elegance, she was now being described as a woman of contradictions. She preached peace, yet left turmoil in her wake. She spoke of empathy, but her actions painted another picture. One particularly striking line came from an Italian columnist: "Sarah Bluma isn't escaping her past, she's monetizing it." And indeed, recent reports suggest she's preparing to release a new documentary focused on female empowerment, in which she subtly references her past relationship with Can. Every interview, every project, every photo seems to carry his name like an echo from a story she refuses to close. Insiders claim that this is part of a carefully designed comeback strategy, an attempt to reshape her image as a strong, misunderstood woman. Emotional posts, motivational quotes, and carefully curated, authentic photos are filling her social media feed. Yet those who know her say this new simplicity is just another mask, another performance. As for Yaman, sources close to him describe him as a changed man. No longer the energetic, charming star who once dominated every headline, he's become introspective and distant. On set, he works quietly, avoiding unnecessary interactions. He no longer seeks attention, instead, he seems to be rebuilding himself, brick by brick, from the ruins of an emotional collapse. Can isn't the same anymore, said a crew member from his latest project. He's more guarded, more serious. But maybe this is his silent revolution, his way of reclaiming his peace. And perhaps that's the most powerful part of this story, the transformation of a man once trapped in emotional chaos into someone who's learning to walk again, this time without illusions. Fans are divided. Some continue to support Sarah, saying that everyone deserves redemption. Others believe Can is finally seeing the truth and moving on from a toxic chapter. The internet is filled with speculation. Did Sarah manipulate him, or was it simply a love that went wrong? Whatever the answer, the emotional wreckage left behind is undeniable. At whatever you need, we want to hear your thoughts. Can love become a weapon? Have you ever experienced a relationship where affection turned into control? Tell us your story in the comments, and if you want to keep exploring the real human emotions behind celebrity headlines, make sure to subscribe and hit that join button to support our work. In the end, this isn't just a story about two famous people. It's a reflection of how fragile love can be when ego, fame, and power intertwine. It's a story about masks, manipulation, and the painful cost of trust misplaced. But it's also a reminder that no matter how dark things get, people can rebuild themselves from the ashes. As of today, the situation between Yaman and Sarah Bluma remains tense. Rumors suggest new accusations are on the way, and that Sarah still believes she can control the narrative, and perhaps even Can himself. Reportedly, she has told friends, "He still loves me. He'll come back if I want him to." Those chilling words reveal the same dynamic that destroyed them, a love that was never truly free. For Can, this may be the hardest lesson of his life, but also the most transformative. He is no longer just a romantic lead in a series. He has become a real-life symbol of misplaced trust and personal rebirth. And as for Sarah Bluma, her story continues to unfold, one post, one interview, one controversy at a time. The curtain hasn't fallen yet. But one thing is certain, this time, the audience is watching with open eyes. Thank you for watching whatever you need. If this story moved you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join our growing community of truth seekers and storytellers. Because in the world of fame, not everything that glitters is gold, and here, we'll always be the first to uncover what lies beneath the shine.